Before we explore the 10 Stoic lessons to stay calm, it is important to understand the true nature of losing your temper. Only when you understand this can you effectively apply the lessons of Stoicism in your life. In life, there are always two opposing directions. There is a positive and a negative and a positive and a negative, a positive and a negative. Everything seems to be constant, and the opposite of calmness is anger. I want to emphasize that staying calm is not easy. It requires a long-term training process to become a habit ingrained in our subconscious. Every time we face an event or phenomenon, we need to react as a well-trained habit. And to do that, we must first understand the nature of anger. Anger is often a manifestation of self-protection. Sometimes it sends you a message that your personal interests, beliefs, or dignity are being violated. When you realize this, you can stop to determine whether you are truly offended or deciding to express your anger. This is how an adult calms down. You understand why you are angry, and you have the choice to stay angry or not. Staying calm is a difficult skill, especially when you are caught up in anger. To do so, you need to change your thinking to calm your emotions in the moment and in the future. A problem is never completely negative. There are always positive and negative elements present. Problem is whether you can see the positive or not. In fact, staying calm is never easy, especially in situations that happen unexpectedly or when emotions are too strong. So, in addition to the other ways you can apply, the last and most important way is to change your thinking direction. Changing your thinking direction means realizing that a problem always has at least two sides. Let's call it the negative side and the positive side. But to be able to see the positive side, you need to practice this thinking over a long period of time. For example, you are doing a job where the workload is not commensurate with the salary you receive. Instead of getting angry and reacting immediately, you can consider two positive solutions. Direction 1. You decide to quit your job and look for a job with a more suitable salary. Direction 2. You try to improve your skills until you feel confident enough to renegotiate your salary. If it doesn't work out, you can believe that you are capable enough to step out into the job market with a more worthy salary. Instead of letting anger control you, use it as an opportunity to change your mindset and approach life with more calmness. Here are 10 lessons that you need to practice every day, listen to every day, and write down every day. Otherwise, you will always be the same old version of yourself, the same old person who never improves. It is human nature to always seek to protect yourself, especially weak people who like to hurt others with words, to enjoy temporary, superficial things. In Buddhism, humans are called loving many things, and that is true when it comes to our greedy, demanding nature. Do you understand what I mean? To overcome this, practice the lessons of Stoicism every day. As Seneca said, sometimes living is also an act of courage. Living true to your values, facing challenges, and constantly improving yourself every day is the courage you need to have. Let these lessons sink into your mind and become a part of your life. Don't let time pass by without making any changes in you. If you find this video useful, please share it with others so that we can learn and grow together. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so that we don't miss other valuable lessons. Let's become the best version of ourselves together, taking small steps forward each day, but being consistent and strong. In this video, we will explore 10 profound lessons from Stoicism that can help you achieve inner peace and master your emotions. Join us in exploring the ancient wisdom of Stoicism and learn how to apply it to our modern lives. Stoicism has been around for thousands of years and is still relevant today because of the profound lessons it teaches. The first lesson we'll explore is about taking control of what you can control. Why is this so important? In fact, losing your temper is losing control, from your voice to your actions. Ask yourself, why do you speak softly instead of loudly when you're angry? Why do your actions become aggressive, even violent, when your anger flares? The answer lies in losing control. When we lose control, not only do we let our emotions overwhelm our reason, but it can also cause serious consequences, from hurting others with words to destroying relationships and even causing violent conflict. As Epictetus, famous Stoic philosopher, once said, It is not what happens to you that makes you suffer, but how you perceive it. This means that it is how you react, how you control your emotions and behavior that determines. If you let anger control you, you will lose control, and this can lead to consequences that you did not foresee. For example, in an argument, instead of calmly listening and understanding the other person's point of view, you let your anger flare up, argue loudly, and even lead to a fight. The consequences are not limited to damaging relationship, but can also make you regret the words or actions you said or did when you lost control. Controlling your emotions does not mean suppressing them, learning to manage them in a sober way. You cannot control what others say or do. You can control how you react. This requires a process of patient practice, but the result will be inner peace and the ability to face every situation wisely. Imagine if you could control your anger. You would no longer regret impulsive actions. You would be able to stay calm in the most difficult situations, handling everything calmly and effectively. This will not only help you avoid unnecessary conflicts, but also help you build and maintain better, more sustainable relationships. The lesson of control is not limited to anger management. It applies to every aspect of life. When you learn to control your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, you will begin to see things more clearly. You will no longer be caught up in negative emotions, but instead, you will learn how to navigate them to create more positive outcomes. In life, there will always be factors that are beyond your control. But the important thing is that you control yourself. When you focus on what you can control, you will feel stronger, more confident, and more capable of dealing with whatever challenges life brings. To practice this emotional control effectively, I highly recommend asking yourself the question, why are they saying that? Immediately answer, because they are puffing up their hedgehog quills to protect themselves. Understand that this is human nature, and you've probably done it before. When you realize that other people's aggressive reactions are actually a form of self-defense, you'll find it easier to stay calm. In those moments, you can practice calming techniques like deep breathing, chewing gum, listening to music, meditating, or journaling to release the tension inside. But most importantly, when faced with negative words or actions, try smiling at them and silently saying, "How pitiful." Why smile and silently say, "How pitiful"? Because when you understand that other people's negative actions stem from their own insecurities and hurt, you'll no longer feel the need to react strongly. You'll see that they really need compassion, even though they may not realize it. And this is what helps you stay calm and avoid getting sucked into a spiral of negativity. Smiling is not only a gentle gesture, but also a way to remind yourself that you are in control. When you say "poor person" in your head, it is not to criticize them, but to remind yourself of their vulnerability and vulnerability. This will help you maintain patience and compassion, two important factors that help you handle any situation with clarity. Remember, calmness and self-control are not natural. They require constant practice and training. By asking questions, understanding other people's motivations, and practicing simple techniques like deep breathing and smiling, you will gradually build up your ability to control your emotions. And when you do, not only will you feel more peaceful, but you will also become a stronger person, capable of facing any challenge in life. Start small. A simple question about someone else's motives, a smile, a deep breath, and little by little, you'll find yourself becoming more grounded, unshaken by the negative words and actions around you. This is the power of Stoicism, and it will lead you to inner peace and inner strength. The second thing I want to say is that accepting reality is a real fighting tool. Accepting reality is not resignation or surrender to fate. On the contrary, it is a powerful fighting tool that helps you stand firm in all circumstances. You must understand that accepting reality is the foundation of inner strength. When you accept what is happening, you no longer waste energy fighting against what cannot be changed, but instead focus on what can be done. Look at the life of Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher. He faced countless challenges, wars, plagues, and political intrigues that threatened the empire. But instead of sitting there blaming fate, Marcus Aurelius accepted his reality. He understood that these difficulties were not insurmountable obstacles, but valuable lessons that helped him grow. It was this acceptance that allowed him to stay calm and lead the country through the darkest moments. What about us? Complaining, resenting, blaming. It's funny, right? Poor people often blame fate. Unhappy couples blame each other when they divorce or separate. Instead of complaining, why not accept reality and see that it all comes from ourselves? We need to strive every day, cultivate morality and will. When something happens, face it instead of wallowing in blame. A house can be repainted, let alone human feelings for each other. Accepting reality does not mean you do not act. On the contrary, it gives you the clarity to act more correctly. When you accept that life is always changing, that adversity is an indispensable part, you will no longer be afraid or panic when facing difficulty. You will see them as opportunities to grow, to make yourself stronger. As Seneca said, we cannot change the wind, but we can adjust the sails. This means that accepting reality helps you reframe your thinking, focusing on adjusting your actions to adapt to the situation, instead of wasting energy on complaining. And if you think accepting reality is weak, ask yourself, what is stronger? Denying and resisting the things that cannot be changed, or facing them calmly and steadfastly? The strong person is not the one who runs away from reality, the one who looks at it, understands it for what it is, and acts with absolute calm. That is true strength, strength of a stoic soul, unshaken by life's challenges. Accepting reality is not an option, but a requirement for anyone who wants to live a resilient and purposeful life. Use this tool wisely, and you will find yourself stronger in the face of adversity. Mindfulness practice, the secret to living fully in the present. Have you ever felt so caught up in thoughts of the past or worries about the future that you forget to enjoy the present moment? It is a common feeling, but also extremely dangerous. It is like missing the beauty of a flower blooming right in front of you, because you are thinking about things that have passed, or worrying about things that have not yet happened. This is why Stoicism, an ancient but extremely practical philosophy of life, emphasizes the importance of practicing mindfulness, that is, living fully in the present moment. Mindfulness is not simply about paying attention to the present moment, but a profound mental act that helps you release anxiety about the past and the future. Stoicism teaches that the past is gone and the future is uncontrollable, so only the present moment truly exists. When you embrace the present moment, you experience an inner peace that nothing else can replace. Take everyday life as an example. You might be sitting at your desk, staring at your computer screen, but your mind is drifting back to a stressful meeting last week or worrying about an upcoming project. In the meantime, you're missing out on the focus and efficiency of your current work. And more importantly, you're missing out on your peace. Mindfulness helps you bring your mind back to the present moment, so you can be more productive and feel at ease in the moment. What does Stoicism advise us to focus on? Being present. Feeling your breath, being aware of your emotions, and listening to yourself. When you practice mindfulness, you will see clearly how seemingly small things have great power to change the way you live. You will no longer be held back by the past or bothered by the future. Instead, you will find yourself stronger, in control of your emotions and action. So what are you waiting for? Start practicing mindfulness now. Don't let your life be wasted by unnecessary thoughts. Enjoy every moment, live fully in the present, and discover true peace from within. Remember, only you can decide how you live and experience this life. Resilience is one of the core qualities that Stoicism always promotes. In Stoic philosophy, adversity is not an enemy to be avoided, but on the contrary, it is seen as a harsh but extremely effective teacher in training character. When faced with difficulties, instead of seeing them as obstacles in the way, Stoics see them as valuable opportunities to grow and develop themselves. Think about the times when you have faced adversity, when work did not go as planned, when relationships went wrong, or when you faced loss. These moments, if viewed through the lens of pessimism, can make you falter, lose confidence and motivation. Stop and think. It was during these difficult times that you had to find your inner strength, persevere, and then realize that you became much stronger. Marcus Aurelius, one of the famous Stoic philosophers, once said, "Adversity is the opportunity to develop virtue." This is not a cliché, but a truth that has been proven for generations. You dare to challenge yourself? Are you willing to face difficulties instead of running away from them? If you only live in comfort, without any obstacles, how can you discover and develop your full potential? Resilience does not come naturally. It is forged through facing challenges. Every time you overcome adversity, you not only affirm yourself, but also build a solid foundation for your character and maturity. It is in those moments that you truly understand your strength and realize that nothing can bring you down. Do not allow it. Let adversity be a springboard for you to rise up, to help you see more clearly the path you need to. Instead of being afraid, face them with courage and wisdom. It is the recovery from each challenge that will shape you, make you stronger and more resilient, preparing you for any event in life. Choose your response. Discover the true power of choice. Epictetus, the famous philosopher of Stoicism, once said that, "It is not what happens to you that hurts you, but how you react to it." This is not just a common advice, but a profound lesson in inner control. Think about it. We can't control everything in life, from other people's behavior to weather conditions to unexpected events. But what we can control is how we respond to those events. Imagine you're on your way to work and you're stuck in heavy traffic. It's easy to lose your cool, get frustrated, or even get angry at the people around you. But what difference does that make? It only stresses you out and makes the situation worse. Instead, try choosing a different response. Accept the situation, enjoy your favorite music, or use the time to think about a problem you're facing. When you choose to respond calmly and positively, you not only keep your cool, but also turn a negative situation into an opportunity to improve yourself. This is the power of choice that Epictetus emphasizes. Don't let external circumstances control you. Be the one in control. When you master the art of choosing your response, you will no longer be caught in the cycle of negative emotions. Instead, you will become the master of your life, with calm and wisdom in every situation. So, how will you choose to respond the next time life throws you a challenge? Remember, true strength lies not in avoiding difficulties, but in how you face and overcome them. Choose your response wisely, and show that you are not easily shaken by anything. That is the path to true peace and success. Reduce excessive desire. Have you ever wondered why your life has become chaotic, insecure, and unbalanced? Maybe the root cause is excessive desire that you have not controlled. Seneca, one of the great philosophers of Stoicism, reminded us that moderation and restraint of desires are the foundation for inner peace. But have you realized this and applied it to your life? Look at modern life, where we are surrounded by material temptations and social invitation. You may want a bigger house, fancier car, or a higher-paying job. But ask yourself, do those things really bring lasting happiness, or are they just fleeting desires that throw you off balance? Seneca once said, "The rich man is not he who has much, but he who is content with what he has." This is not an empty statement, but a profound truth about life. When you let your desires overwhelm you, you will always live in a state of dissatisfaction, always craving for more and never achieving inner peace. You will fall into a cycle of comparison, competition, and eventually disappointment when your desires are not met. Instead of letting yourself get caught up in endless desires, why not take a step back and look at your life? Do you really need all of those things to feel happy? Or does true happiness come from simplicity, from knowing enough and appreciating what you already have? Don't let your life be driven by unnecessary desires. Be restrained, moderate, and find joy in simple and meaningful things. Only then can you achieve inner peace, just as Seneca advised thousands of years ago. Instead of letting your desires control you, master them, and you will discover a richer and happier life than ever before. Virtue, the pillar of calm in Stoicism. When it comes to Stoicism, it is impossible not to mention virtue, a core foundation that helps us maintain calm and master our lives. Virtues in Stoic philosophy are not just abstract concepts, but concrete qualities such as wisdom, courage, justice, and restraint, which each person needs to practice to live a righteous and peaceful life. Let's start with wisdom. In Stoicism, wisdom is not just intelligence or understanding, but the ability to distinguish right from wrong, understand the nature of things, and make wise decisions. Wisdom helps you see through all problems, not get caught up in negative emotion. When someone insults you, wisdom will remind you that reacting angrily is just weakness, and only sobriety leads to true peace. Next is courage. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to face fear and overcome it. In life, we often face challenges and difficulties. Courage helps us stand firm in the face of adversity, not letting external factors shake our inner peace. Are you brave enough not to get caught up in the spiral of negativity? Protect your values, even when faced with the greatest difficulty. Justice is the third virtue that the Stoics emphasize. Justice is not only fairness in action, but also honesty and integrity in the way you live. When you act according to the principles of justice, you are not affected by the injustices around you. This helps you maintain calm and master your emotion. Finally, temperance is the virtue that helps you control your desires and maintain inner peace. Insatiable desires, the unbridled pursuit of power, money, or fame, will lead to insecurity and imbalance. Seneca, a famous Stoic philosopher, once said, "He who has the fewest desires is the richest." Self-control is the key to finding true happiness without chasing after fleeting values. So which path will you choose? Live a life dominated by emotions and desires, or walk the path of virtue, where you master your life with wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. Don't let your life be led astray by trivial temptations. Choose virtue, and you will find true peace and freedom. Understanding the ephemeral nature of life. Lessons from Marcus Aurelius. Life is fluid, constantly changing, and nothing is permanent. This is an obvious truth. But have you truly understood and accepted it? Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, taught that accepting the ephemeral nature of life is the key to achieving inner peace. Think about your life. How many things have you taken for granted that have changed? Relationships that seemed unbreakable, jobs that you thought you would do forever, goals that you thought you had to achieve. All of these can fade away over time. Marcus Aurelius is not asking us to give up the important things in life, but rather to enjoy them more deeply. Because it is the awareness of the impermanence of everything that makes us appreciate the moments we have now more. But have you ever really done that? Or are you still worrying about what is to come, regretting what is past, and losing the peace of the present? Marcus Aurelius reminds us that every moment is precious, not because it lasts forever, but because it is only temporary. The transience of life is not something to fear, but a reason to live it to the fullest, to enjoy every moment to the fullest. It is this constant change that gives us the opportunity to grow, to adapt, and to develop. When you accept that life is transient, you will no longer fear loss, no longer cling to things that cannot be kept forever. You will begin to live with a lighter heart, a more peaceful soul. So how will you choose to live? Will you continue to be immersed in worries, or will you begin to cherish each moment, each change, and find true peace in those transient things? The decision is yours. Gratitude, according to the Stoic philosopher Seneca, is not just a temporary emotion, but a philosophy of life, a powerful tool that helps us maintain contentment and inner peace. In a turbulent world, where we can easily get caught up in the cycle of things we have not achieved, Seneca reminds us that gratitude is the key to freeing ourselves from unnecessary dissatisfaction and anxiety. Ask yourself, how many times have you taken the time to truly feel and appreciate what you have? Or have you spent too much time thinking about what you have not achieved, about what is lacking in your life? Seneca encourages us to focus on the good things that life has given us, no matter how small. These things could be good health, a loving family, or even a delicious meal. When you start paying attention to these things, you will realize that you have more than you think. Gratitude not only helps you feel more satisfied with your current life, but also helps you face difficulties with more composure. Because when you are grateful, you no longer see life through the lens of lack, but instead, you see opportunities to grow and learn from challenges. Seneca once said, "There is no one more unhappy than the ungrateful." This means that unhappiness lies not in the situation, but in the way we see it. Try changing your perspective. Instead of just looking at what you have not achieved, stop and appreciate what you have. You will find that life becomes lighter, less stressful, and from there, inner peace will gradually appear in your soul. Seneca wasn't just talking about theory, it was the daily practice of gratitude that helped him and the Stoics live meaningful and fulfilling lives. So what are you waiting for? Start practicing gratitude today. Stop, look at your life, and appreciate the good things you have. Don't let yourself become unhappy just because you forget the value of gratitude. Make gratitude a daily habit, and you'll find that your life can become much richer and happier. Continuing to learn and grow is a core tenet of Stoic philosophy, and it is considered a lifelong journey. Stoicism is not simply a set of life philosophy, but also a call to action, a reminder that self-improvement never ends. In this ever-changing world, only continuous learning and continuous development can help us maintain calm and face every challenge wisely. Take the life of Epictetus, great Stoic philosopher, for example. Born a slave, he did not let his difficult circumstances hold him back, but instead, he made an effort to learn, cultivate his mind and spirit. Epictetus never stopped improving himself, and that helped him overcome adversity and become one of the most respected philosophers in history. This is a powerful testament that, no matter where you start, personal growth has no limits if you are committed to pursuing it. Imagine, if you stop learning and growing, you will be stuck in stagnation, and stagnation is the enemy of calmness. When faced with a challenge, you will not have the wisdom and determination to handle it effectively. Do you want to live a life where you are controlled by circumstances, or do you want to be the master of your life? If you choose the latter path, continuous learning and development are indispensable. None of us are born perfect, and none of us will ever become perfect without change and improvement. Every day is an opportunity for you to become a better version of yourself, a version that is calmer, wiser, and stronger in the face of life's storms. Don't let laziness or complacency stop you. Remember, the most successful people are not those who know everything, but those who never stop learning and growing. So take a look at yourself and ask yourself, what did you do today to become better than yesterday? What new things did you learn? What challenges did you overcome to improve yourself? Get up. Continue your journey of personal development, and you will see calmness and wisdom will gradually become an indispensable part of who you are. Here are 10 lessons that you need to practice every day, listen to every day, and take notes every day. Otherwise, you will forever be the same old version of yourself, an old person who never improves. It is human nature to always seek to protect yourself, especially weak people who like to hurt others with words, to enjoy temporary things, superficial things. In Buddhism, humans are called loving many things, and that is true when talking about our greedy, demanding nature. You understand what I mean? To overcome this, practice the lessons of Stoicism every day. As Seneca said, sometimes living is also an act of courage. Living true to your values, facing challenges, and constantly training yourself every day is the courage you need to have. Let these lessons sink into your mind, become a part of your life. Don't let time pass without creating any changes in you. If you find this video useful, please share it with others so we can learn and grow together. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on other valuable lessons. Let's become the best version of ourselves together, one small step forward each day, steadfast and strong. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next videos. Thank you everyone for watching the video. If you find the content useful, please leave a comment sharing your thoughts. Do you know anything about Stoicism, or have any experiences you would like to share? We look forward to hearing from you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future interesting videos. I really want to take a moment to express my deep gratitude, all of you, for your amazing support and encouragement. Your constant help made me feel truly grateful and motivated me every day. I can't express enough how important your support has been to me and how it has helped me through so many hardships. I am so grateful and thankful for you guys being such amazing and loyal viewers. Thank you all for always being there for me and cheering me on.